G'dem Yolok, everyone, and I have a little bit of an announcement to make. I'm gonna be giving League another shot. About half a year ago, I quit cold turkey, made a 40-minute rant video, and never looked back. I believe I described the game as a... In the meantime, I've been watching from the sidelines, and I like what I see. I cannot for the life of me believe that I'm about to say this, but most of the reasons why I quit are actually being addressed. For the first time in literal years, I think the game is trending in a good direction. First, Chemdrake is gone, and thank Christ for that. Cancer map, Cancer Drake buff, Cancer Soul, it was just god-awful on every possible level. One of the worst things they've ever designed. I hope it stays gone forever. I don't really like the Hextech map either, but it's much less offensive. I want to go back to just the OG Drakes personally, and you know how much I fucking love dragons. But 1 out of 5 being annoying isn't too bad, and I don't know, maybe I'll get used to it. Second, Shyvana isn't being neglected anymore. Riot Super Galaxy got assigned one of her bugs to fix, and they actually joined the Shyvana mains Discord and asked us if there's any others that we'd like fixed while they're under the hood. I thought it was a fucking troll at first. I mean, since when does Riot Games do community outreach? They typically just hide in press releases and get 1 or 2 guys to post on Reddit to pretend that they're listening. But it seems legit, and a lot of shit's being fixed. Fire patch not applying flame mark, 4-year plus bug, fixed. Dragon form second attack getting ghosted and not applying PTA, 1-year plus bug, fixed. Dragon form Q only dealing 1 damage to barrels and tentacles and such, 2-year bug, fixed. Unfortunately, it looks like my bug, Hail of Blades being broken in dragon form, isn't making the cut. Even though Gunblade is gone and I don't use the runes seriously anymore, this is still the one that I care about most. It's the principle of the thing, dammit. This bug fucked me so hard back in Season 10. Relarax, the guy who seems to be to thank for all of this, said he'd keep up the pressure on my behalf, so maybe sometime soon. I really want to be able to meme build crit again. I can't do it so long as I have to look at this fucking bug. It pisses me off so much. Surprisingly, her W's tick rate is also being modernized to half a second. She was one of the only champions left in the game stuck with a 1-second periodic. That's been a long time coming, and we take those. Big deals! Huge deals! The Frostfire demonic build seems to have turned her into a monster while I've been gone, and these fixes might actually make her broken for the first time since the new runes came out. That being said, whenever they seem to touch her, more things seem to break, so... Third, and most importantly, the one-shot Olympics are going away. There are massive durability buffs coming in 1210. Every single champion is getting 70 health at level 1 and a ton of HP and resists per level added. I never thought I would see the day. I ran some numbers on Shyvana, excluding her passive to have her be more in line with the rest of the roster, and without items it's a 12% increase to effective health at level 1 and a 25% increase at level 18. The difference is obviously a lot smaller with items, but we're still looking at a 17% boost with my patented bad build. Not trivial, not at all. We're looking at like 1500 gold worth of defensive stats. I expected something way more conservative, like placebo level if they even tried to tackle the problem. This is great, and it's actually right where I would have drawn the line myself. Now this is a sweeping, monumental, low-resolution change. It's gonna cause some problems and create some wacky outliers for sure. Death's Dance is probably gonna break the game again if it's not dumpstered. Assassins and burst mages will be in shambles for a while, and 80 carries are gonna be on top of the world. Anyone with percent damage is gonna be loving life. Vayne is gonna have like a 60% win rate. Champion diversity is about to get cut in half, but this is the only way to address such a systemic and damaging problem. This should never happen.
On what planet? How fucking trash of a company do you have to be? Dude, like, imagine seeing this shit. He has lethality also! How could you ever cope about this being balanced? How could you ever think that that's okay? How? Like, what?
He was 5-1. He has 6 CS a minute. He has 3 items, bro. It's balanced.
You're so fucking retarded. This game's so trash.
Never, ever, ever. It's not fun, it's just bad. Shyvana should do very well. She's got percent damage, and I can probably delay resists until 4th now. Nashor Rift Demonic. I do like the sound of that. Percent penetration items are also getting nerfed by 5%, and flat pen and lethality are going to be worth a lot less since the formula's logarithmic. No more Jace Qs for 800 damage on 2 items. God bless America. Towers are also being buffed by 10 to 40% to compensate. Though the turrets themselves will end up hitting about the same, any dives will need to burn through another 15% of effective health, so it's going to be way harder to 100-0 somebody under turret. You'll need 3 people, not 2 for a while. It's also nice to see that you won't be able to ignore them as easily late game. Absolutely phenomenal to think about. Baron's damage is also going up by 20% to keep pace with effective health. I would have liked to see more here. I hate 20-minute Barons with a passion. Oh well. They should at least stop it from leveling in combat so this stupid shit can't happen anymore. I still feel bad for that poor jungler, man. Another point I brought up in my video was the dumbass arms race between heal values and Grievous wounds. Bringing Grievous from 50% to 60% was a 20% boost in its effectiveness. Absolutely insane decision. This was such a huge jump that every heal champ in the game had to be buffed to compensate. It was just completely pointless. All it did was make heal cut mandatory versus even a single healer, or you would just never kill anything. And holy shit, that's being undone too! Here's the thing though, healing's actually being buffed. Healing values are only being cut by 10%, not 20%, so against Grievous, every heal in the game is going to be stronger. If you take a Soraka W that heals for 300 for example, right now it gets cut to 120, but in 1210 it's only going to go down to 135. Now Moonstone is also losing 5% sustained power, but I still don't think it's enough here, especially since right now it's impossible to heal through a one-shot, right? If one-shots stop happening, all of a sudden heal champs can actually play the game, they're healing more than they used to, and every point of that health is worth more with the new resistances. They also won't be able to be popped as easily themselves. This actually might be a little scary. Almost every vamp item in the game was also getting cut by 10%, same deal there. People would have freaked out if Riot had gone right for the 20% nerf off the bat, so I get it. They're probably gonna boil that frog nice and slow. Invest in Soraka stocks right now. Some people want to see heal cut gone entirely, saying that buying the items doesn't feel good since they're weaker. I disagree, I think that having that tech choice in the game is fine. The problem's caused by Grievous being so strong that it has to be a good chunk of the item's power budget. If it were only a 33% cut like I went to see, the items could be stronger and people wouldn't have an existential crisis over buying them. That would be enough to be worth picking up against 2 or 3 healers, but probably not 1. We're still a long way from that ideal world, but at least we're getting closer now. Oh, my snowball rant. Obviously, harder to die, harder to feed. Good. Objective bounties. Great change. They launched in an abusable mess of a state, and they're still kinda wonky, but I like them. I'm not sure if they actually make the losing team want to play anymore, but I guess we'll find out ourselves in a few days. TP also got nerfed, so now there's no 5v5 fiestas in the bot lane at 4 minutes. That was just silly. Too silly! Without the ability to instantly reinforce bot lane, I'm seeing it used as a counter dive tool instead. It really is a long list of positives. By now we've actually covered most of my donezo manifesto, so what do they still have to work on? Champion design still isn't great. Zeri was very clearly not tested prior to release. She had to be absolutely dumpstered. Renata's W is kind of ridiculous, but so far it's not been as bad as 2021 if I'm being honest. Q dodging is still undoubtedly a problem, and there's been absolutely nothing done on the player behavior front. This guy is still picking his nose in the office apparently. But taken together, against all odds, this is actually enough to get me interested again. I intend to stream it once or twice in 12.9 to show my appreciation for the bug fixes and shake off the rust, but when 12.10 comes around, I'm gonna give the game another real chance. The next TFT set is also dragons, which tickles me in all the right ways. I've also got the Diablo 2 itch again, and I'll be playing Season 5 of Project Diablo 2 when it finally resets. It's a really badass D2 mod made by my boy Senpai something. Check it out for sure. There's absolutely no reason to give Blizzard money for D2R. It's literally just an inferior product if you're not a graphics-obsessed zoomer. Not to mention, MSI started today, and I'll be live viewing most of that too. Streams are gonna be much more regular for a while. I've been spending too much time in Resolve recently working on different projects, and I miss you guys. I hope to see you all around, and with that, may you be blessed. See ya.